Hey there, Milo Wrigley here with Alaska Flour Company. One of our best products is the Great Alaska Pancake Mix. If you guys are familiar with this mix, you know that it has a great flavor because it's made 100% with our Alaska grown barley flour. Now, because it is made with barley flour, it is a low gluten flour, and so the pancakes sometimes may be a little bit dense. We get some questions sometimes on how we make our pancakes lighter and fluffier in texture. And so I'm going to go over how we make our pancake mix in our own house, and hopefully that will help you guys if you're having trouble getting a lighter pancake or waffle. We'll start with the oil. You add, for pancakes, you add a couple of tablespoons of oil. You're going to add 1 cup of milk. Now, the last wet ingredient would be an egg, and this is what we do different. We whip the egg whites, and that makes a huge difference in the texture of your pancake mix. I'm gonna go ahead and set this bowl aside. I'm gonna grab a separate bowl. I used to be really intimidated about whipping egg whites because I figured that was something that, you know, chefs did, and you had to go to like culinary school to figure that out, but it's actually really super easy. So separate the egg whites, dump the yolk in with the wet ingredients here. With the whipping of the egg whites, I use a beater, just makes it a lot easier. Now, if you've never mixed or whipped egg whites before, as you're whipping it, first it'll get foamy, and then it'll start to get creamy in texture and in look. And so if you look at that, it looks more like whipping cream or whipped cream, you know. So and they call it, you need to whip it to stiff peaks. What that means is that when you take out the beater, you know, you've got a peak right there where you took the beater out. And so when it's that texture, then you're good to go, and you can set it aside. And then we're going to go ahead and add the 1 scoop of the pancake mix, and we're just going to combine the pancake mix with the wet. It may be lumpy, and that is perfectly fine. One other thing we like to do is add a little bit of vanilla. The vanilla flavor, so this is 1 teaspoon of vanilla. The vanilla flavor just goes great with the natural nutty sweet flavor of the barley in this. So go ahead and mix this up in there, and then we can drop in the egg whites. Now, the egg whites is what gives the pancake mix that lighter texture, and so you don't want to beat it in. You just want to kind of break it up and stir it around and fold the pancake mix into the egg whites. And when you're done, the texture should be runny, should run off of your spoon like that. That's perfect texture right there. One thing you want to remember here is with the pancake and waffle mix is if the batter is too thick, then just add a little bit more water or milk and get it to the right consistency. You want it to run off of your spoon. You want to make sure to put the pancake batter onto a hot skillet. That way the pancake doesn't run off, because that makes a thin pancake. You want it to start cooking as soon as it hits the pan. So you want to hear a sizzle. Now you can add butter or oil to your pan, just a little bit though. Now, one thing that you don't want to do is have your skillet too hot. That'll cook the pancake too fast. And this isn't just our mix, this is with any mix. You don't want to cook a pancake too fast. You'll burn the outside and the inside will still be uncooked. And so we like to put ours on medium heat. That's usually pretty good. After you let it heat up for a couple of minutes, then you should be good to go with adding in your pancake batter. I'm going to drop some right there. And you can start to see it cooking around the edges. It's not spreading, it's staying in a nice little circle and cooking around the edges. As your pancake heats up and as it cooks through from the bottom, you'll start to see air bubbles come up to the top and they pop. Now you want to cook the pancake until you see the edge of the pancake start to firm up and the air bubbles, there's not as many air bubbles. You can really start to see the pancake starting to puff up as it continues to cook. The air bubbles are bigger. The edge is firm. And so what I'm going to go ahead and do now is flip it, and that is a very nice looking pancake. And that right there is how you get a really nice, airy, light pancake with our pancake mix. And you get all of the flavor and the nutrition that barley offers to your pancakes. This pancake will be one of the greatest pancakes you've ever had, and it's as easy as following the instructions on the mix. Add a teaspoon of vanilla, whip the egg whites, and you've got a great pancake right here. Now, I mentioned a little bit earlier that this is a pancake and waffle mix, so you can also make waffles with this, which is how I usually like to do it. I like the crispier texture, and so I'll show you really quick how to do that. One thing you want to make sure that you do with your waffle maker, just apply some cooking spray or butter or coconut oil or something, just to make sure that the waffles come out nice and clean. You also want to make sure that you turn the temperature up on your waffle maker just a little bit more. So we're going to go ahead and pour the batter in, and then you just close it and let it cook. Now when the waffle is finished, your waffle maker will beep. And your waffle maker, it might take a little bit longer than what you're used to, but just trust the machine, let it go until it beeps, and you're going to come out with a perfect waffle. And there you have it, a perfect waffle. And that's how we make our pancakes and our waffles in our own house. I think that you'll find success if you're looking for a lighter pancake. Just whip those egg whites, add a little bit of vanilla for flavor, and you're gonna have a great waffle and a great pancake.